Hey guys, Tyre here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing for today's spawning in the north, we've got AshaBlois. Playing as Ostheer, and his loadout is Jaeger Infantry, Jaeger Armor, and Elite Troops. Teaming up with him is Seeking. Playing as COH2, and his loadout is Grand Offensive, Special Operations, and Scavenge. Base offensive in the south, playing as Soviets, we have Pierre Delecto, who has shock rifle frontline, armored assault, and airborne troops. And then finally we have Giap, playing as US forces in Australia, locking into infantry company. In terms of ranks, Axis arranged team around rank 100. Both these players around rank 100. Random teams with their respective factions. Seems like I've been playing, casting quite a lot of games on Eindhoven country as of late. Kind of interesting to note. Okay, so some sandbags going down here. Should allow like still pretty easy harass coming in from this direction from the allies. Interesting positioning on the sandbags. Stumpy's on the VP there. COH2 is in a bit of trouble. But conscripts getting off to a pretty strong start here. Seeking, waiting until the Stumpy's are available. But a hoorah to reposition. Gonna wait until a few more reinforcements arrive. Maybe the combat engineers could come in from the other side to assist a little bit. Full on swarm tactics here from Seeking. Looks like we're Echelon getting chased away there. Conscripts hoorahing away. He's desperate to try and maintain control here. Jumpos are finally getting picked off, but it's taken a little bit too long. Maybe it might still be in heavy cover, especially compared to that squad. And ultimately ends up losing this engagement. Meanwhile, some riflemen diving onto the cutoff here. And they should be able to beat the Grenadiers. Another squad coming back here though. Might have to retreat, and he does get neutralized before the second squad of Greens arrive. Good work there from Giap. And then comes another squad of riflemen, going to keep the pressure on that cutoff. And more combat engineers do end up retreating. I do wish he just brought them in that earlier fight, instead of leaving them out to cap the VP, but alright. And yes, pretty good cutoff position, but of course the Axis do have this fuel connected. They also have the munitions connected compared to this one disconnected, so bit of a tough start here for the Allies. Very early ambulance here from Giap as well, interesting strategy. Will delay his tech, and that's a full retreat. I guess the MG42 came in, better suppression. Awesome way. Incendiary grenade in. Conscript's a little bit slow on the dodge. Looks like he was briefly focusing the low health squad. Sticking around maybe a little bit too long here. I think on the Fusiliers, but they're pretty poor in close range like this. And kind of surprising these charging anywhere. Those conscripts should just stay behind heavy cover, get the cap. Hopefully he's got medics. If not, he can use the ambulance. Try and conserve that manpower, because otherwise he'll lose about 100 manpower very, very quickly if he tries to fight with that squad of conscripts. And just runs into that incendiary grenades. A few minor errors there. Pretty standard stuff from Seeking. 2 Volks, 2 Fusiliers. Good mix of early and late game. One running around the corner. Big damage. Stumpy's nearly go down. That is a whole gang of Grenadiers. Can't push any further in. Playing conservatively, very conservative stuff from Giap so far. And he's actually going for the captain. Slightly unexpected. Echelon on the far side. You know, maybe you could plant some wire while he's doing that. He's actually pushing a little bit forwards here with the ambulance. Fighting at range. Should be aware of the MG42 position now. Could potentially close the distance with all his squads. Looks like he's trading pretty well though with the assistance of that ambulance. And then comes the captain closing the distance, but we do have just so many units there. We need to come forward with his whole army rather than just one squad. But he's happy, just sit back here, let the ambulance allow him some more map control, but very poor munitions control so far from the allies. Definitely off to a slower start. Here comes a big old blob around the corner from Seeking. Units repositioning here slightly. Do have tier 2 down for Pierre Delecto. Looks like he's also gone for medics and Molotovs. I was going to say, usually this is around the timing where you'll be able to squeeze in maybe a squad of shock troops, especially if he didn't get medics. Maybe he's trying to make use of the ambulance like we saw here earlier. But he did get quite a few side upgrades. Seeking going full on blob mode, looking for the wipe. And he gets it. Those G43s pretty damn lethal. And looks like we're just having a full-on blob war so far this game. Blobbing from both sides. And maximum effect. Rifleman here could potentially come around the north. Move himself slightly more into the retreat path of these units. Also threaten the white. Scripts around the side of the machine gun. Nicely done. Oh, he's actually gone for a command bunker. I was wondering why he wasn't retreating some of those squads. Conscript's forgotten about here though, still in front of the machine gun. Oh, close call maybe. Some shock troops now. Pea-green bundle grenade, but pretty well dodged. Doesn't take any more losses yet. And yeah, quick to retreat. Doesn't want to bleed a whole bunch of shock troop models, but in comes the AA half track. Slightly late timing, 7 minutes 30. But should be pretty powerful at this stage. Asha, I think, trying to stall here. Waiting for the machine gun to hit V1. Seeking meanwhile going for the looks, also coming in at a slightly late timing. So he's got plenty of fuel at this stage. Now coming back forwards. But that command bunker is allowing some pretty good control. And there we go, machine gun hits V1. Does have an AT gun at the ready, and he's actually gone for a mortar half-track, locking into infantry company. And he's going to start putting the barrage down onto that bunker. Oh, Sternfires go down, and there we go, hits a mine. Not quite enough damage here to kill this with snares. Well, should be actually 2 AT grenades would have been enough. Unfortunate Giap didn't react in time. Bunker taking a while to go down. Well, half track can be pretty good at taking down bunkers with the delayed fuse barrage. It's basically like a guaranteed kill on a bunker. Get V1 for that first. Looks like he's going the old-fashioned way, just AT gun with a spotter. Leaving the mortar to try and soften up the units. This should allow like a super fast tick for Asha. In fact, he has slowed down a little bit. Decided to go for tier 2. Maybe a little bit too worried about that AA half track to just leave it up to his teammates' looks. But now we've got 2 G43 upgrade squads and Seeking continuing to blob. And so is Asha. Now that's a double mortar half tracks from Giap. That is unexpected. Means it's going to be extremely late getting medium armor. And half track going forwards. Doesn't get any meaningful damage in. And as you see Asha going into Jaeger Infantry going for full G43s. T-gun setting up. Smoke getting dropped on that. Might be able to protect the A half-track though. Pretty good attack grounds, but Seeking doesn't quite get the kill. And a couple squads coming through with the snare here. But he finds the ambulance. This could be a dead ambo, maybe a dead A half-track. Doesn't quite set the AT gun up in the correct direction. And no snare. What is going on? Very uncharacteristic for Giap to not get a snare in there. It's got the munitions for it. Here we go now. But very, very late. Sprajan clearing out a few squads. 2 snares onto that. Can they hold the line? In comes the G43 blob looking for the wipe on those rifles. I think they'll be alright. A little bit too far away. Here come the shock troops. Grenade into the building. Jumps out now. Shock troops coming through with the conscripts. But the shock troops just getting picked apart. Just way too many squads here. Heavily outnumbered. Is allowing the mortars to start to get some work done though. Softening up these squads while they're stationary. But overall that was a pretty devastating push from the Axis. Always lucky that they got away with a half-track. Oh, what's he doing? Remember Giap from Vietnam. It's a quite bad delay. What was that? Puma coming in here, but the A half-track's there, so is the AT gun. A half-track's actually pretty good against the Puma at this kind of range. Jumps out of the mortar half-track, but then jumps back in. Puma ends up going down. So is the mortar half-track, though he still has the vehicle crew from it. And he's coming in. Engine damage looks. Trying to get the mortar half-track kill. A half-track. He needs to use the handbrake to use the attack ground on it. But there we go. The AT guns end up finishing it off. So Seeking loses both his light vehicles there. Took down the ambulance. 1 mortar half-track. But it could have been a lot worse. He still has the medic squad. So a bit of a salvation there for the Allies after a punishing sequence. Still hold on to most of the units. Asha also lost a Grenadier at some stage. But has got that flak panzer out now. And once again, Pierre Delecto just going too deep with his caps. Once you have seen that your opponent is this willing to blob, you have to play a much more conservative style. Be much more aware of your retreat paths when you extend that far forwards. AT gun moving into position. Conscripts I thought maybe would have gone for the Ura into snare on it there to slow it down. It doesn't choose to, and a very, very late T70 from Pierre Delecto, as you can see there. This stage, he could even consider going for an Su-76 to help tame the flak panzer. Because the further form of armor is going to be a long way away. That should allow him to be a bit more aggressive with his T70. If it's backed up by the Su-76. Maybe you can maximize what he's got at the moment. But one of the advantages of having M1919 riflemen is that, you know, the G43 squads have to charge into you. A bit of a role reversal. Usually it's bar riflemen charging into LMG Grenadiers. Allows you a lot more freedom with your engagements. A lot easier to manage. There's the flak panzer. Looking for the A half-track. AT gun nearby for Giap though. Meanwhile, oh, he sprints forwards. Gets the Faust off thanks to that sprint, catching Pierre Delecto off guard there. The T-gun getting some shots in on the flak panzer though. Good, avoiding any further damage from Asha. Oh no, he backs back into the arc just. It was a good initial reaction. Here comes a Raketten finally from Seeking. Shock troops looking for an ambush around the blind corner. but still just too heavily outnumbered, and did get his Zis decrew. That's really bad news for him. T70 there to help try and defend. Raketin gonna come around the corner maybe. And machine gun now for Pierre Delecto. Needs to get it in range though, slightly too far out. Made over the wall, but nothing there. T70 getting a few hits in, but only minor damage. And a very early VP lead towards the Axis. Flies already down to 146, but they're finally branching out to the far side, getting this under control, as well as the far fuel point. Now light vehicles trying to get the Raketin kill. Come the M1919s and the Shockies, but that is a almighty blob there. Ooh, gets the decrew though, and that should allow the T70 to be a little bit more aggressive, try and stop a few of these squads that are looking for the recrew. Just about can't miss with that many units in close proximity from Seeking. Managing to recrew the Zis while all this is going on though, so that's good news for Pierre Delecto. Here we go, Raketin setting up on the T70, gets one more shot in, he backed away with it. He didn't back away with the Zis though, almost gets decrewed. And now shock troops, looking for the white, fresh squad of them. Oh, didn't chase all the way though, should still be chasing, maybe, yep, there we go, finishes the job. Oh boy, but on the other side, loses his vehicle crew, I think that was, to the flak panzer and the huge blob from Asha. It's one of the functions, you know, with ambush training, they all get access to sprint. So can, you know, sprint into your retreat path, look for the wipes, can be pretty nasty. And a second flak panzer coming in for Asha. Coming in from multiple angles here. Just not in position to assist. Here comes the blob. A half track needs to be spreading its suppression around. And there we go, starting to get it going, and now the M1919s chewing through these squads. AT guns finishing the job on one of the flak panzers. Splitting his attention here, not going so well, and Asha suffering a lot of casualties there with that assault. Oh, in comes the flak panzer from the other angle. M1 switches directions. Notice he activated the AP ammo. I don't think that's necessary against the flak panzer. I think 100% penetration against that. Anyway, it doesn't boost the damage. And the smoking wreck here blocking the vision from the AT guns, making it a bit tricky, but the M1919's performing very well for Giap here. Just goes full retreat on that grenade dodge there. Not taking any risks. Another flak panzer coming in for Asha. This time we've got the flak base covering the cutoff and the fuel point, so that'll make harassing that very tricky. And the Axis once again looking to set up the triple cap. So allies need to get a hurry on here. Got a few nice wipes, but they need to convert that into some VP control. And gonna be second AT gun for Pierre Delecto. Once they come around the corner, once the T70 on recon mode, this should be able to get one more shot in here. Gets a snare in, double snares in fact. Black Panzer with the damaged engine. Light artillery barrage dropped on the AT gun, clearing that out. And now the G43 is looking for the white on the low health rifleman. In comes the A half track though. It's doing a pretty good job taming these blobs so far. Nice that you can keep it alive. There we go. Gets the snare on T70 anyway. Especially these have super long range on these snares. Yeah, half-track coming back across now. Sprinting forwards. Bit of suppression. This model, do you see how far that one went? Kidding, missing a shot. Half-track still healthy. Good control from Giap, avoiding the snare. And a machine gun covering the far VP. And Pierre Delecto, but they're still draining out down to 56 already. Giap finally about to turn the tide here, getting himself out of Sherman. Seeking, meanwhile, very close to the Tiger, having of course gone grand offensive. Tiger's on deck. And sending out the medics to do some capping. Having rebooked the ambulance. Which is a fair decision. And this is one of the real strengths of LMGs. Just knocking out the gunner. Didn't even try to retreat that though. Made him a little bit more evasive. But yeah, frontal decrew on the machine gun. And now going for the steal on it. Briefly looking for the cutoff and maybe the fuel point, but discovers the Shreya is located over there. T-gun not quite facing the right direction. Sherman on HE as well. Gets one shot and bounces. Didn't activate the AP ammo this time. Sherman still on high explosive. Popping the smoke to try and make an escape, but we've got double Zis here. A couple hits in. Tiger gets to half. But either way, knocking out the A half-track is going to allow Asha to be a lot more effective with his blob once again. But at least Giap did kind of replace that with the MG42. Not quite as mobile, however. More shockies on the flank, but here comes a flacky to take care of them. Tiger as well. Oh, that could be a wipe now. Slightly awkward pathing. Tiger looking for some follow-up hits. So it's a flak panzer. A T-gun coming around the corner. Snare is possible here. And so Asha actually pulls back and somehow, I don't know how, it looked like he was out of range. Snare comes off for Giap. Asha playing it safe there. Sherman on the far flank looking for the flak panzer though. Oh, why did he decide to disengage there? Could have got the kill for sure. I guess he values his tank more highly than getting the wipe in. Against a blob of that size, the MG42 not strong enough.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And it looks like the Tiger wants to follow up, get the kill on T70, but we do resist in position and seeking not overextending, popping out the flare before getting aggressive with his Tiger. But, you know, at least the VPs are now ticking against the axis. And here we go, Tiger mobilizing, trying to hide itself behind the building, avoid the fire from the Zis. In comes light artillery barrage onto the AAT guns. Had a pretty good dodge on that so far, and here is the IS-2 for Pierre Delecto. Going to fight back. Bring his AT gun back through the light artillery. This blob of G43s looking to take care of that. Sherman there to assist, but there's just so many G43s. Sherman on armor piercing as well, not quite doing full damage to the blob because of that. These two chases away the Tiger pretty quickly. Doesn't go in for the kill. Nice, you know, not that well defended. So many AT guns. Does have this fresh Stug though coming down the middle. It's a couple of shots on the Sherman. He's charging down the center, desperate for the cat. 44 VPs remaining. Just missing there. Tiger out the back getting repaired. Ooh, flak panzer could be in a bit of trouble. Decent reaction. Now shock troops could be in trouble. Tiger rolling around the corner. Oh boy.
A squad of infantry has been killed. Death before retreat.
T-gun bouncing on the Tiger there. Let's turn the back just about up to fighting condition. And another Stug from Asha. A heavy tank for him and his commander, so staying on tier 3. 2 Stugs though should be very quick to knock out a Sherman, and looks like Giap is going for a second Sherman as well as a second AT gun, so no Jacksons. Slightly unusual. Also putting a fighting position on the far VP. Not sure if Asha has scouted that out yet. This is going out to the far flank though, going to clear out the machine gun over there. Here comes the IS-2, going to trade blows with the Tiger once again. That's close to Vec 2 now though. Make a big difference. Here we go, chases away the Flak Panzer. IS-2 misses its first shot. Opening his eyes for the infantry, but misses. Trading. Double Stugs moving across, but could be slightly out of position here in front of a whole gang of AT guns. 2 shots off Stug, spinning around. Oh, gets away. 1 shot from death. Oh, snare on. Tiger could be in trouble here. Tiger not quite in range. Oh! Somehow gets 1 more shot and IS-2 misses a crucial blow there. Double Sherman's going hunting for the Stugs. Looks like a Flak Panzer went down somehow. Oh, and this one with the main gun crit. Asha's armor just getting ripped apart here by the double Sherman. And the can they get the cap off before they get pinned? Pretty close. This one abandoned though, not quite going to get killed. Wrong Sherman here getting targeted, but oh, somehow switches targets. And he's going to smoke it and look for the kill on it perhaps. Did manage to get the cap off though. Eyes on the drain, 38 remaining. Got to get this going fast. Smoke into the middle. Bringing the AT guns over for the kill. Walking Stuka into the center. Decreasing AT gun, but the double AT gun's gonna finish off the HQ here. Oh, but they're missing a crucial few shots. Here we go. HQ down. Capping over here with the medics and the Sherman crews. And Allies capping on the far flank as well. So they're down to 30, but they've finally made an impact. Some heroic play from Giap. As they say that he loses his rifles. Taking down basically almost every tank Asha had. But now starting to collapse. D42 got forced away by that walking Stuka barrage, not available to stop this advancing infantry. Oh boy, that was a ginormous hit from the Tiger. Oh man, so close. 2 squads nearly dead. Giap, what are you doing, buddy? Gets a second wind, second chance. Oh, the suppression kicks in just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, on the far flank, we got 2 Sherman hiding around the corner from a pack. And Flak Panzer coming forwards. There's 2 in the middle. Tiger bouncing a few crucial shots there. Packer trying for some attack rounds. Flak Panzer actually doing some pretty good damage, getting rear armor hits from the front, and Sherman decide to disengage here. Engine damage onto the Tiger. Guys too willing to trade. But he's getting really good luck. Bouncing so many shots with that Tiger so far. Oh boy, in comes the close air support. Looking to take down these Shermans. This one with its rear armor exposed to the Flak Panzer could potentially go down. No AT guns nearby for Giap. Did vacate the area before a second pass comes through though. Flak Panzer not the best when it's on the move. Struggling to connect. Here comes the AT gun as well, but Asha decides to pull back. So did the IS-2 and so did the Tiger. Once again, it looks like the Tiger coming out ahead in those trades though. IS-2 lingering in the center. Trying to maintain control. AT gun very far forwards here from Giap. Next is looking for the cap in the center. Stuka barrage. Oh, this could be devastating. Oh, not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
Looking around here, looking for the cap. T-70, what was that doing? I think it was going after the walking Stuka. Doesn't get it though. Shock troops not paying attention here, but in comes the machine gun. Not on a move though. 1919's doing really good work on that pack. Get the D-crew rifle grenade in. AT gun has been decrewed, and it looks like he's managed to recrew that M1 that was all the way forwards. He's got back control of both his AT guns once again. And Asha nowhere near his next next Stuka close air support. So it could be important in the next couple armor engagements. He's hanging tough. They're low on VPs, but they're fighting strongly now. Oh boy, and that is the end of the Flak Panzer. Really needs to be careful. So many AT guns close to the center for the Allies. One wrong move with a medium tank and you can lose it. Does have access to flares, I believe, with the Jaeger command squad, so pop one of those up, similar to Seeking. Could assist in outmaneuvering those AT guns, but yeah, they're all camped in the center. It's a walking Stuka's nightmare, and that's exactly what Seeking is doing. Going for a second walking Stuka, having lost his HQ, not going to rebuild it, just invest further into rocket artillery, which I think is a pretty good choice, given the number of AT guns parked close to the center. Tiger coming out to the far side, but IS-2's nearby and has hit Vet 2 as well. So it's also going to have 50 range now, makes a big difference. This is that first shot. Squad's nearby. The snare potential here, IS-2 pulling back. Here comes the KV-8 though, wasn't expecting that. Now it's going to connect with the KV-8, and a Zis back there as well. In fact, doubles this. In comes the Stug. Looking for the kill on the KV-8. Doubles this. There we go, connecting now. IS-2 still chasing down the Tiger, but it hits the Blitz. Trying to escape. Oh, and the Zis take care of the Stug. That's big. 1919, Blob doing some good work here. Here comes a big bundle grenade, a little bit slow on the dodge. Doesn't take too much damage, but maybe with the walking Stuka. Oh my god. Oh, IS-2 still on the charge, finds the walking Stuka back there, knocks it out. But now it's coming down to RNG. They're both one shot from death here. And they both pull back. I think the IS-2 were shot first. He doesn't want to take that gamble. And I respect that. Another fighting position covering the VP. Good idea for Giap. Nice capping in the middle. They did drain out 4 more VPs, but it's not too bad. Recon plane in from Seeking, perhaps scouting out a walking Stuka target, and here it comes. But Pierre Delecto actually repositioning to avoid this. Still losing 2 combat engineers, but not too bad. Tiger just about back up to full, and he's coming for the KV-8 with the damaged engine. He was very slow pulling that back. You have assist there. Next with one shot, but the rate of fire on that Tiger now, way too scary. Ooh, not paying attention. Loses his sternpires on the repair though. And conscripts oohing in, hoping to get the AT grenade. Tiger pretty speedy. But he does end up getting snared. And allies in a really good position. Look at the army size differential now. They are way ahead. Got double packs coming over to the far side, looking to clear out the fighting position. Asha with no tank support for them. This could be a risky maneuver. Oh, we got triple Sherman, in fact, from Giap.
The capture point is being overrun.
No packs looking for the kill, but missing. Connecting with the hill.
One of our fighting positions is
And that's allowing the Shermans a bit of time to move in. Maybe get the kill here. This is a risky move from Asha. Pushing his double packs this far forwards. A little bit slow from Giap reacting. Pouncing on this. Maybe Asha can escape. A nice smoke from the Sherman onto that machine gun. Looks like the Sherman is chasing in. Still get to the middle, not too bad. And the pack's still very healthy, but double Shermans, in fact triple Shermans, still on the warpath looking for the kill. But they're now within reinforcement range. Asha trying to get the reinforce going. But the triple Shermans continuing on their way. Now even going into the Axis base. Which do have the flak emplacements. Maybe looking for the double walking Stukas. Nice use of smoke there from Giap. Looks like maybe he's just trying to extract himself now. This is where the IS-2 is needed. No, SU-85 IS-2 all the way back in base. But continuous smoke. Hasn't taken any damage from the Tiger, and the Tiger losing targeting keeps turning its turret around. Not getting much damage in. And here we go, T-70 actually finds the walking Stuka. Looking for the kill. Incendiary artillery onto the Raketin. Can he take down the second walking Stuka? He does! And that was a heroic charge from the T-70. Oh no, maybe it was the SU-85 that finished it off. I was going to say, I thought we needed an extra shot with the T-70. Artillery dropped on the mechanized. Tiger with its rear armor exposed to the SU-85 and the IS-2. IS-2 pulling back now, takes big damage. Oh, Tiger could be in trouble. SU-85, he's blitzing out to safety though. Double packs have been recruited from Asha. Maybe looking to pounce on the damaged engine IS-2. But now all of a sudden the Axis are on low VPs, down to 121. Shock troops on top of the double packs, looking for the D crew and get it. And now SU-85 feeling bold, looking for the low health Tiger in the base. Takes engine damage though, doesn't have focus sight mode yet. But he's going in for it still, he's not deterred. And allies swarming here. SU-85 I think spotted it. I think he needs 2 hits to kill it though. Missing. And there's a Raketin, fresh one. Gonna mop up the SU-85. But either way, VP's training fast from the Axis, and Giap investing into another Sherman. He's got a impressive infantry force all the way forwards here as well. Asha did finally tick tier 4 looking for the Panther, but might be a little bit too late. In fact, almost guaranteed to be too late. By the time the Tiger gets repaired, the game's going to be over. Disrespectful Sherman. Running into the Axis base. Not even safe in your own base. Here comes the IS-2 as well to back that up. Let's trade blows with the IS-2 as well. Sherman getting away. Good use of smoke continuously from Giap. Tiger in some trouble. Here comes the Panther coming in from the wrong direction. Tiger goes down. Coming in on the rear, seeking, is that enough? The two could still go down, maybe not. Double this barrage. Clear out both the Raketans. Asha looking for a consolation prize. Wants to take down the IS-2 before he quits. There's one more shot. Main gun crit. Not gonna get it. And there we go. What a turnaround. Asha throws in the towel as well. Big turnaround. The Axis with some early blob play, getting some good wipes on Pierre Delecto, denying a lot of resources to the Allies early on. And the Allies very slow to their light vehicles, but they made the most of them. Giap keeping his A half-track alive for an impressive amount of time, really putting a stop to Asha's blob play. Pierre Delecto, similar story with his T-70 getting a lot of value out of it, right up until the end of the game, helping knock out those two walking Stukas. Nice to see. But yeah, ultimately I think the issue here was Asha continuing to spam medium tanks, flak panzers, and Stugs, which just got picked apart by the massive AT guns through the middle from the Allies. But overall, entertaining game. GG. I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.